Hey babe, have you seen my glasses? I got that stream I said I was doing tonight, you remember? With the fuck ass Modelos? What'd you say? Yubbo, you have my glasses right over there? Oh, because I'd always come back to you? Okay, okay, that's sweet. Hello, hello. I actually messed up my cable. I need one moment. Hello. So I'm gonna do my stupid little Modelo tier list stream. Hopefully, you know, people show up if they want to or not. That is completely fine. Everyone has their own time. Are the pre-roll ads on? Oh yeah, I've got the shorts on because they're just comfy, and then I've got the, isn't this awesome? I've got the VTuber gloves on. I can't show my hands because they're identifiable. But my legs aren't. I just realized I don't have any music playing for myself. This kind of sucks ass, but whatever. We go anyway. Also check out my t-shirt. It's Neko Tatsu. It's so good. I love this t-shirt. I actually have red socks on. Oh, I've got monitoring on so I can like hear myself, but I didn't put any music on, so it's gonna fuck up, but whatever, we go anyway. So the goal of today's stream is, let me turn off this big camera, maybe I'll turn it back on later. But we are going to rank all of the days of the Eris Suzukami tier list. There are 42 days, it's a lot. And I'm also gonna drink a bunch of beer because I still have some left over. So let me crack open this one, maybe it'll make a nice hiss. Oh hell yeah. Have you guys ever watched Steve MRE Info 1985, I think? Every time he opens one up, he's like, ooh, listen to that hiss. Modelo. I'll drink to that. Damn, that shit's good. Okay. So this is the tier list. I created this about a week ago. Let's go to presentation mode. F11? We don't need that tab. We can probably close this tab. Alright. So I made this tier list about a week ago. I had to take all of my pictures from Twitter and then update them with this silly text. It's hard to see them all, so I will be going back and forth to Twitter. I will be ranking these based on the caption as well as maybe what my mood was that day. Before we do that, I think it'd be a great idea. There's a siren going off, sorry. If we named the categories. We also have about 3 hours until Eris Suzukami starts streaming. Let's start with the S tier. S is fine, I want a little caption. It's kind of hard to type with these gloves on. S. One of the best days. A tier. A damn good day. B. Pretty good. C. Every day, I want to also say, every day is pretty good. I drank a Modelo, which is awesome. So C will be fine. Okay. And then the D tier will be kind of a chore. So these glasses, which you may have heard at the intro of the stream, my lovely Baobei gave to me. Just kidding. Some days it was like 9 p.m. and I was thinking, oh, I need to drink my beer and take a picture. So sometimes I ran out of ideas or it just wasn't on the forefront of my brain. So we'll put that one there. You know, some of those days are like that. Not every day is a perfect day. All right. Twitter, like, why is the grid look like this now? If I disable this, will it look like... Dude, this fucking app is so bad. Alright. Alright, let's scroll all the way down to day 1. It's way too far back. Also, feel free to ask me, like, any questions you have. I don't know about what, because I'm just a guy. I'm just someone who's sometimes in the chat. Sometimes you might recognize me. Sometimes you might not. But like, there's no reason to really be paying attention to me. These are some good pictures too. I like these. Alright, we're still not at day 1. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, this is day 1. Day 1. Until she is able to return, I will be drinking... What is my cat's name? My cat's name is Locke. He is my youngest cat. He is a Singapura. He's very, very cute. And he's sleeping. So don't be too loud. Alright. Day 1. I actually didn't caption it day 1. L on my part. Until she is able to return, I will be drinking a Modelo every night in support of Eris Suzukami. I encourage other fans to do the same in solidarity. And we have some Modelo Especials in the bottles, along with the standees. I think this is our quintessential, not too bad. It's like a perfect C tier. It started the challenge. There's nothing wrong with that. You actually can't see it because of where the camera is placed, but I'll move it momentarily into C. You know, maybe I'll put it over here and then I will move this. Where is it? I'll move this to the right side. What was that? Okay. So that is our first ranking. Not too bad. Day 2. This damn stout boy is thicker than my gentle, fragile, delicate wrists. I have pretty skinny wrists. I think this is a pretty good caption. What day was this? June 24th. So I think oh, some of these may have been... Yeah, so this was 12:32 a.m. So like, I almost forgot. I think this will go into the tier above. So pretty good. I think the caption's pretty funny, but the actual drink was not consumed until pretty late in the day. I may have just been eating it too, or drinking it to go to bed. All right. Day 3. Eris made peace with our Mexican amigos following the loss. We're cheering tonight for the enormous W against South Africa. This one also has some food. It looks like I made it, so I know what it is. It's fettuccine with meatballs, and then it was put in an egg wash, along with some onions, and then there's chili oil. We got a San Peli, my favorite. I have some. Not sponsored. And then we have the standee in the... If you're gonna type like that, and I'm not gonna read your name, you should just leave. We got the standee in the beer, which is pretty solid. I like this one quite a lot, actually. I thought I closed this tab. Where is it going to find that tab? Close. It's like not closing. What in the world? Close. Unpin tab? I didn't even know you could pin tabs. Okay. Day 3 goes into the damn good day. That's pretty solid. I have another picture, and it looks like this one's for Naren. Did I still drink the beer? I did drink the beer. So a lot of days where I put the standee or something else into the beer, I just wash it out in my sink afterwards. It's not always good. So like for the can badges, which you'll see later, those actually like get fucking rusted, and it sucks ass. Day 4, skipped dinner, so I almost forgot my daily Modelo. Thank you for sharing more information and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with Tobidachi. We're all supporting you. I don't remember what the stream even was. The caption must have some reason for it. The Google tab says rage bait in YouTube chat. I don't remember typing that, but it's pretty funny. Also for this one on the 24th, Korea lost to Mexico. So that kind of pissed me off. I think this can also go into like be fine or okay. Nothing huge, nothing huge. Day 5. A Modelo a day keeps the doctor away, and then that quote is attributed to Eris Suzukami. I also got a reply from North Cal ACC, so he is a fellow chatter in the Naren and Eris streams, and I think Vispo Ian in general, who said, "Where are the cheladas at? Gotta have some variety in life." I did not know what the cheladas were. I don't really have any interest in them. I don't really like flavored beers like that, or vodka seltzers or things like that. I kind of just like regular beer. And I explained the bit to him. I think he got it. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're gonna push this to... I like the fake quote because I like misinformation, but we're just gonna put this in fine or okay. Alright, day 6. Got another picture. Where is day 6? What the fuck? Did I mess up? This is day 5. This is day 7. I think did I mess up? Okay, maybe there are only 41 days of the Eris Suzukami Modelo challenge. Maybe I made a mistake. I think I messed up. That's my fault. Whatever. No, I have the pictures labeled, though. In the tier list. Oh, day 6 was a video. That's why. So go to Twitter. And then we'll open the video. Here we go. Day 6 was a video. That's why. There are 42 days. I started drinking the beer 15 seconds. Drinking out of a glass is not as easy. Took about 15 seconds to drink the whole beer. Not a great time, if we're being honest. And we shall all strive to be honest with ourselves or whatever. I like the idea of the video. I don't think it was executed as well as I would have preferred. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, day 7. Okay. As someone who doesn't drink beer at all, I'm curious how healthy this is. I'm drinking I was drinking for like most of these days. It was just one beer, and this is a pretty low percentage beer. It's like 4.5% alcohol by volume. So it's not really a lot. It's chill. If I was drinking a lot every day, then that'd be problematic. And I've been sick the past week and a half. I had a cold and my voice was yucky. and I sounded a lot worse than I do normally. So it's been like 2 weeks since I've had any beer, so it didn't really form any habits or anything of that nature. All right, day 7. Out with my parents, seeing The Handmaiden today. We haven't heard anything about it, but we're so excited to watch it together as a family. I saw Eris had an unlisted Gorilla stream, but I'm moving the goalpost and will continue drinking. I like this one a lot. The movie itself, so The Handmaiden, is like pretty damn good. I like that movie a lot. It's a Korean movie. It's sapphic, which is kind of big for Korea. The pixelation. So I'll explain this to my friend who I know doesn't watch VTubers, but for whatever reason, he knows what an Oshi is. Alright, so the cigarettes here, they're Mevius brand cigarettes, which is a Japanese brand, but I have the Korean ones. And they have to have this, like... Yeah, whatever, dude. Let me just explain it. The cigarettes in Korea, they have to have this disclaimer that it's going to, like, cause you to get a hole in your neck or birth defects or something. So I pixelated that out because it's kind of yucky. I pixelated out this other charm, who is another VTuber, who Naren, for most of us who know, because she is such a lovely young lady who's respectful, and I don't want her associated with cigarettes, I don't want her associated with beer, I don't want her associated with her coworker, Eris Suzukami. So it's to protect her identity, most importantly. And I have my Northern Lion keychain, which is like pretty awesome. Moving the goalpost is also great. I love using that line. This is a great post. I'm putting this as like a damn good day. Because I remember going to the movies and then getting a dinner afterwards. On my own, I love going to the movies by myself and thinking, man, that was fucking awesome. This is a strong contender for going into the S tier. They're not ordered. If I have time, I might order them later. Why do we not protect Northern Lion from the cigarettes? Because he's fucking 38. He knows. He's fine. You're such a fucking virtue signaler. Here's the other version of the tweet, which is pretty good. At the theater seeing Toy Story 5 with my daughter. Such a full circle moment after having seen Toy Story with my parents as a kid. Kind of weird, but the theater is serving bitter apple juice with lime in it. LOL. Joy emoji and sweat emoji. This is also great. Naren did not see this. She like never sees anything on Twitter, but that's chill. That's a good alternate version of the tweet. All right, moving on to, I think this is day 8. Curse of Modelo upon you. You are now feeling very thirsty. Your small esophagus is rather parched. Only a cool beer from Nava, Mexico can quench your desire. I think this caption's like really good. I think it's pretty funny. This is an insane emoji. I don't know why it was added like ever, but it's really fucking good. And the small esophagus reference, because Eris Suzukami has a small esophagus, which she shared with the Tobidachi. No, you don't get the cat cam yet. We'll do that when we're maybe like 20 days in or like an hour in. This is good. I'll increase. So day 8, I think, is going to be in a pretty good. I think the caption's good. It didn't get as much traction as I think it might deserve, which is like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm a no one. Let's see, day 9. Sean Plott, my favorite StarCraft 2 educational content creator. I'll check the notifications because I feel like someone's gonna ask about it. Okay. This one's damn good. Fuck off, Twitter. Right. Cooking a little something to take the edge off. We have my wok with cigarettes in it. It is on the burner. We got the Modelo on the scale. We got the Marlboros. It's fucking annoying taking cigarettes out of the package and then putting them back in. Wait, one second. Let me go get them. I have that pack. I have upper thighs because I ride my Peloton bike. I rode it today for an hour. I have that exact pack of Marlboro Golds still that I've had for a long time now. I think I'm missing like 2 cigarettes, and that's like a story in itself I'll get to later. Alright. This is like a A tier. I think this is like one of the best posts I have. It's not going into like one of the best days because nothing else surrounding this day I thought was like particularly interesting, but I just think the post itself is like funny. All right, moving on to day 10. Let's see if it loads. Alright, day 10, get your own beer. You're such a goddamn freeloader. The Eris Suzukami standee is upside down. And it says glug glug glug. She ratioed me. Whatever. I like that I have my kitty cat in the background because he's awesome and he's really funny. But Eris being in the post is like whatever also. Probably an A tier. It's like the first time I put the standee in upside down. This standee fits in the glasses I have, but the Vispo Fess ones are too wide. They do not fit in my glasses. This is an A tier post. I might need to reevaluate some of these already. Alright, what do we got? Oh, come on, man. It's so bad. Hate this damn app. Day 11. Unarchived membership streams, like Twitch streams, don't count. So I will be continuing to drink Modelo fried garlic chips pair well. I do like the fried garlic chips. I think this is going to be the first D tier. I don't think anything was happening on July 2nd. Nothing really stands out about that post that I can like recall. Nothing stands out about that day. 2 days before Independence Day, I don't think there was like a soccer game going on. So we'll just put it in the D tier, which is like, who cares? Who cares? Day 12. This is like disappointing to me as a bit because I was thinking about it. Day 12 felt weird all day and kept thinking about today's drink. Thankfully, the Modelo washed away all my concerns. So this is part of a series, and I think it might show up in some of the other posts that I was thinking about. So I'll explain it in a moment. I used the fan tag, like a Vispo Fest item. I don't really like this thing. I don't have the Vispo Fest jacket, so I don't have anything to like put this shit on. I'm gonna put this one in the D tier as well. It was not very good. Yeah, it's a bummer. Right, day 13. Couldn't focus all day and had a slight headache. Felt so much better after my Eris Suzukami mandated Modelo. Eris is in the comments asking for a glug. I kind of want to finish this beer. The dinner is like the same dinner as I had another day, and it's really good. And I'm kind of upset Whole Foods stopped selling these meatballs, and instead I'm buying like plant protein meatballs, which are admittedly pretty good, but they're not what I want. Also, this is part of, so this is like the tweet before it. Yeah, it's the same fettuccine pasta. So like the post before this one, the idea was to start to slowly put into the tweets that like I'm developing alcoholism. I don't know if I did it in other tweets. I don't really think it carried on. I don't think it translated well. I think her average fan's too young to understand either. So whatever, who cares. Put this in like C. Right, day 13? Okay, so that was 4th of July. Okay, this was a really good stream though. This is the Eris Suzukami hot dog eating contest stream. This isn't in the tier list, but this was an awesome stream. Where she attempted to beat Joey Chestnut's record of like 66 hot dogs consumed in like 30 minutes. I don't remember how long. This was a great stream. I like this tweet. It's not on the tier list, but it was a good stream. I was trying to find Joey Chestnut on Cameo to wish Eris a birthday message. This was a week before her birthday. He used to be on Cameo. He hasn't done a video in like years, which is unfortunate. The other person who's on Cameo is Kobayashi. You may know him from doing this. The Solomon method, the Kobayashi shake. I didn't put my hands on my hips, but he is on Cameo for like $400, so maybe I'll employ him on Cameo for her 1-year anniversary. All right. Day 14, the hot dog stream doesn't count. I don't know what I mean by that. Why does it not count? I think it's because she put up a waiting room and all the streams until then had been gorilla streams. The hot dog stream doesn't count. Hands were a bit shaky until the daily Modelo switched to cans if the need arises to shotgun them. And these are pretty good tacos, if I recall correctly. Still go in the C tier. Nothing special. I never shotgunned any of the Modelos because I never needed to, unfortunately. I would have liked to have shotgunned one. I haven't shotgunned a beer in a couple years. This is pretty good. No. Don't try to tell me what I did and did not mean, because you don't even watch this. I know who you are. You don't watch this VTuber. I don't even know if you watch VTubers, brother. Day 15. I don't know why. Also, like, I'm a chatter. It doesn't fucking matter how many likes or views my tweets get. I don't know why this one got like so much more. Fuck you, Soiki, or whatever. Just kidding. Day 15, get out of there. I like putting the standee hidden among the cans. I think that's pretty funny. I don't know why this one got, again, so much more traction on Twitter. I know there are like Twitter algorithm scientists maybe here in the chat or who think about this kind of shit, but it doesn't matter to me. It is interesting though. I think the idea is funny. I think it's the first time I did that idea of like hiding them. It's a pretty good. Day 16. All right, I think this is the first time I put the can badge. Day 16, stop contaminating my Modelo. The picture is quite nice looking. The circular can badge inside the circular glass. with the bubbles just at the edge. Cinema. It's quite nice looking. You thought it was a coaster? It does, because of the like a water meniscus, but on the edge of a glass. I think this is a pretty good post, all things considered. But this is when I learned that these badges, they rust. I don't know if I ever uploaded a picture of it. I have the rusty badges. I don't really want to pull them out. This is an A tier post. Day 17. Day 17, yeah, I bet you like that, idiot. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, like, there's a Reddit post from probably 15 years ago where this guy is being intimate with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend said, hey, let's try dirty talk. And then he's just like, he's a Redditor, he's an idiot. And so then he goes, yeah, I bet you like that, you fucking, and then he says I won't say it, but he says the R slur for someone with mental disability. And then I think the post, she goes, we just laughed, but then it got us out of the mood or something. Really funny. So that's supposed to be a reference to that. Also, one can does not fill this glass. I have this glass next to me. This is my water mug. I have this bowl on it to stop my cat from drinking out of it. But it's like exactly a liter. So I had to use 3 cans to fill it. It took forever. So this is a day where I drank 3 beers instead of 1. Fucking sue me. I think there's a video as well. I think the video sped up though. Something that happens with these videos on like your phone is that when you shoot the video, if you say, okay, speed it up, do 2x, it just doubles the frame rate, and then Twitter doesn't allow you to post it, which is insane. All right, so day 17 is gonna go. It's gonna go in the C tier. I'll probably revisit these. I need to think about these more. I think the caption's good. I think the photo is good, but there wasn't anything about the day that made me think, oh, this day was fucking awesome. All right, day 18. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. All right, this is a song lyric reference to a pretty old song. I think the caption's pretty good. I think my cat poking up out of the back is good. I think the fact that this VTuber Eris Suzukami of Vispo EN is a fucking jester disguised as a virtual anime girl who streams. I think it goes in the A tier. Oh, and the only thing holding this one back is, well, let me check the day. July 9th. Like nothing was happening that day. That really made me think, oh yeah, I was sick. That was awesome. I don't know why I tweeted this, but it's good. Day 19. How much longer must I suffer? We've got the upside down. It's so funny. You can see my hand here, so wearing the gloves doesn't make sense. But it's just a bit, so it doesn't matter. I do like how visible the standee is through the beer and through the glass. I'm kind of surprised that it still looks so nice. Chapter 2, this game is so awesome, spelled incorrectly, of course. Unbeatable. That game does seem pretty good. I don't think it's a game I would ever play, but it seems like a great game, and it seems like Eris Suzukami enjoyed it. So more power to her. Probably a C tier post. Wrong way. What else do we have in here? Should any of these go up? Probably not. Some of them might go down. I think this one should go down. Alright, day 20. Dude, this okay. I don't know how many of you guys actually use Twitter, but like this fuck ass carousel feature, it needs to go. It's like, it's so bad. I don't understand why anyone would want to, like, if I'm on the web app, I don't see this and think, oh, now I have to navigate to the fuck ass right arrow and click multiple times. It's so much better when it was just the grid. It's so stupid, in my opinion. All right, let's read the post. Happy birthday, Eris Suzukami. Today also coincides with day 20 of the Eris Suzukami Modelo Challenge. Auspicious fortune and favor shine upon you on your special day. Big love. Hashtag Eris turns 1. Let's see, the birthday card says, happy birthday, Eris. You're so funny, entertaining, and charismatic. I'm so grateful to have you as a VSPO member. I know there are difficult moments, but I truly believe you are strong and will persevere. We all love and support you. John Boz. I made this out of construction paper and then I put it up on my fridge. I think that's pretty fun. I like to, like, for family members' birthdays, I typically will just make them a card out of construction paper and use crayons and give it to them. It's kind of loud. This is the Etsy witch video. From the Etsy witch, I paid like, I don't know, $20. Also, this is like good fortune. This is a good fortune and like good luck and success spell. It is not a curse or a hex. I'm so glad she just burned it. That's sick. Did I ask someone if they could buy some golds to put in the background? Did she? I don't think I did. I should have. It's a great video. I didn't know what to expect, and it's everything I wanted and more. This is the next part. I went out on my patio for Jirajisaki and Narin Mikade for their most recent birthdays, and they're also of Korean descent. I just put them in a kimchi jar because I thought it was funny. And Eris, who is also of Korean descent, it was her turn because this is for her birthday. The cigarette here, it's hard to tell. It is lit. It wasn't nearly as bright as I would have liked it, and it was hard to light it in the kimchi because like the capillary action of the kimchi water kept going up the paper and it stopped it a couple times. That was awesome, and it kind of smelled. And then this is the actual Modelo post, which is Eris on my counter next to the 1-year-old birthday candle, which I didn't go out and buy this. I just had it in my drawer. It was hard getting this candle to stand upright here. I had to like cut it, and then as I cut it and tried to jam it into the pull tab of the can, it kept like breaking. So eventually I got it right one time and I had to light it. That's like the behind the scenes of this. This is obviously an S tier day. There's not really any debate. Day 20. Pretty good. Alright, let me finish this beer. You thought it was a Bloody Mary at first? It kind of looks like a Bloody Mary, if you can't tell, which is funny, but it was not. It was just a beer. Or it was just kimchi. Right, day 21. Day 21, keep looking, you goddamn beggar. I ordered pho from the local Vietnamese place, and it's really good. And not too expensive. It's a funny caption, nothing special about the day, probably a B tier day. But the accompanying post is really good with Naren, where I say, let me know if you want to bite, smiley. And we go over the beer can with orange juice. That's really good. I really like this idea of treating people with double standards. There's something funny about it. Bump it to A or high B. A damn good day, pretty good, fine, okay. Why is... Okay, so day 3's here. I'm just like, why is day 3 there? Let me check. Why is day 3 shouldn't be an A. They lost that game. Okay, good point, Aya. Good point. Day 3 is moving down to B, and this is gonna go into A. Order doesn't matter right now. Pho is like really good. It has saved me so many times. I got sick earlier this year, and I threw up like for half the day, and I guess whatever was wrong with me, I managed to throw up by the end of the day or by midday, and then I was able to order pho by the afternoon and have some, and I feel like it saved me. So let's take a short break for a moment. I don't know, tell your friends I'm gonna put my cats on real quick. So give me 1 second to set up. I am going to cut them each some churu and put them into bowls. They're gonna show up. Let me go to my be right back screen. I almost said screen. The be right back screen's kind of awesome. It's I don't know. It's Steely Dan. It's Asia. All right, so let me adjust the camera first. I don't know what it'll look like until I put the thing on. Oh yeah, it's the John Boz and John Boz daughter. I'll be back in like 1 minute. I have to go prepare the churu. So, one sec. Cat 1, where are you? Alright, let me go. Oops, it's my Peloton cam. Just kidding, it's both the cats. I don't think I can set this. Okay, there we go. And they're just eating churro. What do you mean am I not running it back? Oh, no, I'm not streaming more. This is stupid. Eris Suzukami didn't even show up, motherfucker. Just kidding, just kidding. She's so lovely. Motherfucker. Cat 1, no, that's not yours. Leave it alone. No. No, that's not yours. No, my red socks. That's so funny. My bad. I'm sorry for not believing you were here. In your honor, I'll finish this beer. And I'm gonna open a second one. Listen to that hiss. Cat 2 ate most of it. Can you see Cat 1's thumbs a little bit? He's a polydactyl cat, so he has thumbs. It's very cute. Okay. So let me... Are you guys done? Are you done, cats? Was it good? Baby boy, come back. Okay, let me clean it up now. That is the cat cam. So 1 second, I'll be right back again. Also, when I come back, I'm gonna take off these gloves. These gloves are so fucking dumb. Stupid ass gloves. Now my office smells like tuna. Alright, let me... Alright, switch back to the browser. Oh, you can't even... The cat's not even there. Oh wait, I have to adjust the camera again. 1 second. Alright, I'm seated. I'm gonna have to like... Let's see. How's it looking? What the fuck? Why does it look like that? Oh. I can get pretty low. I can get low. Before it like shows my face. Can I go back to the cats? They're not even here, brother. They left. I got another beer, by the way. Get low? 369. Damn you fine. Oh, now that I'm showing my hands, let me do the big camera. I can show my tsuna, my neck with the tsuna nails. I'm like touching the mic. See? Ooh. Is there Oshi mark? And this is my left hand. And then this is the other Oshi mark, the cherries. What's the RAR pose? I don't know what the RAR pose is. Oh, this? Yeah. You want that pose? Oh, well, if you really ask like that, I guess I have no choice. If it's okay with you. Fucking, it's so stupid. Face reveal at 100 subs. Well, I have 0 subs. And I'll never get any more because I'm never fucking streaming again. Unless you guys really want me to. Just kidding. Of course I'm not going to. Idiots. But, yeah. I got these for Off Guy. The nails. Got a text message. 1 second. So unprofessional. It's not. Okay. One of my text messages was a friend saying this is good content. It is not good content. Let me reply to this message. Yeah, I'm surprised the nails are still here too. Actually, the first day on my thumb, it chipped, but then none of my other nails have chipped. I have an appointment to like get them removed because I'm an idiot, and I'm not gonna wrap my fucking nails in acetone to try to get them resolved, and then peeled. So I'm gonna have my very lovely nail lady do it. All right. Which one is this? A webcam. So I have closed. My other friend is messaging me something. Esther, hello John, surprised I made it. It's so early. I know it's early in the UK, man. Shit sucks. I'm sorry that it's so early. It's so impossible to have a good stream time that is for NA, EU, Asia. But you know, such is life, such is life. Okay, let's go to day 22. What are the notifications? I don't know Japanese, but thank you, Nakane. You're a king. I think this is good. Feeling a bit nostalgic for the days when Eris regularly streamed with a schedule. I didn't know how good we had it. Crying. Black and white filter is good. I don't think anything was happening this day, July 13th. But it's a good post. This solidly goes to the B tier. Day 22 into the B tier. Pretty good distribution thus far. And then we move on to day 23. This is pretty good. With a devil on each shoulder, of course, we're making poor decisions. And it's a Modelo can flanked by Eris Suzukami standees on either side. This is in contrast to this one that talked about having jokers on each side. But I think this is a good one. It's a great picture, it's a great caption, but the day itself wasn't that memorable. But it's a damn good day. I like. What's going on with the ring? What ring? One second. Hello, thank you for joining me for the Eris Suzukami Modelo Challenge tier list ranking stream. I actually got started on my own, so I've done a little over half the days, as you can see from the filled out tier list. There are 42 days in total, so we're getting started with day 40, or day 24, the anagram of 42, or the palindrome, my bad. New here, thank you for joining. Let me delete this message, by the way. You had to send the message, How do I? Well, he shouldn't have pointed out things that don't need to be pointed out. Okay, moving on to day 24. Day 24, devil and angel on each shoulder. The devil's false halo. I'm assuming it's this one, Eris Suzukami. Lacks the glow the angels has. Of course, Naren has a nice little glow behind her. So in actuality, this is like outside of my place of residence. And right behind the Naren standee, there is a street lamp. And it shines into my room at night, so I have to wear an eye mask. But this is a great one. Dare I say, I'm gonna put this one in the S tier. Something about it. Where's the one where I went to the movies? I'm gonna move this one up to the S tier. Let me just double check what was in that post. Yeah, this is the day I saw the handmaiding. Yeah, that's also an S tier. It was a great day. Not nothing really fancy about it. It was a good day. We're on to day, what are we on, 25? Day 25. Eris said if we make it to day 50, she will officially sanction and partially subsidize the first Eris Suzukami Modelo kegger party. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Alright, good night, my friend who is going by a pseudonym Maffle Lol. Have a great night. Let me adjust the camera because my kitty cat has now chosen to sit on up the cat cam. Is this one, and then it is this one. Properties, camera. Change the pan a little bit. There we go. Okay. So you can see my kitty cat. Want a cigarette? You want a beer? Oh, okay. My dad actually texted me earlier today. I sent him a picture of my cigarettes, and then he said, you might be a Newport 100s kind of guy. He's so funny. It's so day 25. This is where Eris said she would officially sanction and pay for part of the kegger party if we got to day 50. Unfortunately, we did not. We got to day 42, and as circumstances would have it, we were literally like just about a week away from getting to day 50. And we were going to throw a wild kegger. Everyone was going to be there. All your favorite streamers. Ludwig said he was going to come. Northern Lion didn't reply. I think venerable manager of Vispo, Hoshi-san, I think he said he was going to go. He said he's never had Modelo. He said he's sick of having this fuck-ass Japanese Hokkaido beer. To which I agreed. But it was a bummer. Eris never, like, she never put the money where her mouth is. It's a fine, okay day. Captions alright. Day 26. Not a whole lot here. It just says shut up during the movie. I'm at my computer, so I'm watching a movie on my computer. Let me check. What movie was that? It should be in my files. I don't remember what movie this is. This folder. What day is it? July the 17th? Okay, this is when I watched the movie How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies with other Tobidachi, other Eris Suzukami fans. And it was on her recommendation that we watched it. It's a very good movie. It is emotionally touching. I think it has a message that resonates in particular with people of my age group or people in their probably mid to late 20s who they're going through the throngs of life. They're going through moments where the roles of parent-child or parent or child-grandparent are starting to get reversed, where responsibility has shifted and you know, you should want to take care of your family members out of a duty to them, out of love and respect. There are certain parts of the movie I think I disagreed with her. I felt like we're really stupid. There's some people who said things and it's like, that's the point of the movie. But, you know, whatever. I think I'll put that in A. I really liked the movie. I gotta find the tab. Day 26, going in A tier. We'll check the notification just so we can get it to go away. All right, day 27. I stayed up. This is a crazy day. I stayed up all night waiting for Eris to communicate when karaoke / Zatsu would be only for it to be canceled. So I sat in the I'm not gonna be coy about it like these other people tend to be. I sat in the Discord server, the VC, for probably like 6 or 7 hours because there was supposed to be a stream. It may have been karaoke, it may have been Zatsu. And it just ended up getting canceled, which is fine, but I stayed up forever, man. It took so fucking long. No disrespect or whatever to Eris Suzukami or whatever. She's a friend of the stream or something. I don't know, whatever. Who the fuck cares? All right, we're gonna put that. We're gonna put that day. It sounds like I just don't give a shit. We're putting it in C tier. The D tier. I guess the chore was I had to sit there in the VC for several hours and it was never communicated until the very end that the stream was canceled. On the flip side, the Tobidachi fans were chatting with me. They were singing, some more than others. So it wasn't a waste of time. It's very close to D tier. All right, day 28. Today marks 4 weeks of anti-sobriety. Thank you, Eris Suzukami. I love this caption. I think it's really funny. I don't know why I didn't just put alcoholism. I think there's something innately funny about using more words in a combination you wouldn't expect to describe something that already has a perfectly apt and cogent word to describe it. So like, you know, instead of anti-sobriety, why would I not just say alcoholism? That's part of the joke. It's very close to feeling like a chore based on the composition. It seems like I wasn't fucking doing anything that day. It's gonna go into the C tier, even though I think it's like pretty funny. Let's see. Local donut master meets untimely demise at the young age of 37 seconds. She passed peacefully in the company of her plum-haired wife and coach. Got a response from Eris. It was just a question mark. That could mean anything. Let's not jump to conclusions. The graphic would indicate that she placed 14th on July 21st of 2026. 0 kills, 0 assists, 0 knocks, 0 damage, only 37 seconds survived. 0 revives and 0 respawns. It's not quite as impressive for the wrong reasons as the other quad donut because she survived for like 6 minutes, which is kind of insane to like play for that long and not do anything. That's awesome. Very happy for her. This isn't on the tier list either, but we're just going through it. I like this post a lot. Day 29, with an angel on each shoulder. Of course, we're making good decisions. If standees of someone else, I won't say who, especially because they're in the presence of alcohol. But right, this is the foil to both devil and angel on each shoulder, as well as devil on each shoulder. Obviously, I think because of the person who's in it, this is going into S tier. All right, this is a good one too. Day 30, excuse me, waiter, there's a pest in my beer. I think the caption's funny. I know exactly what day this is. I had just gotten my nails done. Pretty much every single post I send to this fuck-ass website that probably deserves to be 6 feet under. I do put thought into them. It may not look like it, it may not seem like it, but there is like a coherent train of thought meant to elicit actions from other people or certain responses. And right, I can't control how those people respond. So if they don't play the game I want them to play, it's unfortunate and it doesn't always like pan out as the joke should or how I would want it to. So the hope here was I post this and then Eris Suzukami, who may or may not look at her general tag. Respectfully, she shouldn't look at her general tag because it's flooded with these stupid fucking posts from me. But the hope was she would look at this and go, glug, glug. What's up with the nails? And then that was, that would have been the perfect time to say, it has nothing to do with you, piss off. That didn't happen. I wish it would have. It would have been really funny, at least for me. So day 30 goes to B tier. If Eris had responded, so I could have dunked on her, it would have moved to A tier. But B tier's fine. Decidedly average. Day 31. So we are exactly a calendar month +1 into the challenge. Caught this vermin going for my Modelo. Oh, how I wish to crush her and snuff out her life, but I relent. We're all God's creatures or whatever. Thank you, GV Mesa, if you're here, for commenting nice nails. I appreciate that. This post was also meant to, it's just the continuation of the last one, except showing all of the nails. If the member in question is truly a Vispo fan, she would have noticed that they are themed after her senpai, Nekota Tsuna. Just paw print. This is whatever thing is on her chest. Or like, what is it? Kind of like some weird top on, whatever. This is actually the design on the top of her shoe at the toe. And then this is the sole of the shoe. And it doesn't work because I think the nail lady misinterpreted my design. But if I go like this, if she had done it properly, it would be the exact like footprint that would be left behind. But beggars can't be choosers. Be happy with what you have. Be careful what you wish for, etc. Eris is too stupid to fall for the trap, I guess. Those aren't my words. Those are Esser's words. I don't think she's too stupid. I think she's just like... she knows better than to interact with all of my stupid posts on Twitter, or any of the posts on Twitter, because this website's a blight on our society. Does she think that? I don't know. I'm putting words in her mouth. This goes in A tier though. Simply because I love the caption and I love the photo of grasping her like this. It's been like quite a long time thinking exactly of the perfect caption to encapsulate what I am thinking in 160 characters or less, or whatever the character limit is. It'd be fun to like have a committee of friends to do it with, like tweet by committee. It's no different than like workshopping a joke or a bit. It doesn't always pan out like perfectly because then someone else is in on the joke. And I think part of what makes a joke fun is when it has the shock value for as many people as possible. There's an art to it. I'm not an artist, though. Day 32. So this is July 24th, 2026. This is a shot from my hotel room. The stowaway got hid inside. Should be hidden. Grammar. I need to use a past participle. The stowaway got hidden inside with my carry-on filled with only cigarettes. It is true, my carry-on bag on my flight from the East Coast of America to San Jose, California, my carry-on did only have these cigarettes, which is crazy. And then I walked like 3 or 4 blocks to like the closest non-shit liquor store to buy these Modelo. My local store doesn't sell Modelo Negra. They only sell Especial, which is a bit disappointing. I like this one. I'm not going to say it more times because I'm scared about my ability to properly pronounce words when I've been drinking beer. Not that I'd say those words anyway. I'm going to cut that from the VOD. But this is the first day of Off-Kai. There are a couple stories to it. I hope Eris is here. Maybe like it can be relayed back to her, but it is a funny story. So at Off-Kai convention, I'll just keep this up on the screen. There is, where it's held now, there is this park in the center of the street that a couple hotels face. And traditionally, what people will do during the night is they will just go chill out and hang out in the park. We call it ParkCon, where you just chill. So on that Thursday night, there was supposed to be the Rat Smokers meetup. It was hosted by someone who I believe is a fan of the VTuber Ashton Martin. She's I don't know if she's a chinchilla. Not important. Oh, chinchilla I think is a marsupial. Not important. I digress. I went to the meetup because I wanted to try to exchange some of my Japanese/Korean cigarettes for maybe some Chinese ones. Also, I don't smoke. I think I've said this before. I don't smoke. I've never smoked a cigarette or a cigar or any tobacco product in my life. I don't vape. I think it smells nice. Like, I like the smell of cigarettes, but I've never used one, and I have no intention to. It's just a funny bit. And I carry this pack on me everywhere I go. It's also a great, like, fidget spinner. So I went into the park, and it was awesome. And people had grills. They brought portable generators to do karaoke. And someone even brought a CRT and a Wii. So I ended up playing, like, a couple games of Super Smash Bros. Melee, which was fucking beast mode. So I went and talked to people who I don't know. Talking to strangers is pretty hard. I'm not that good at it. But I ended up offering these exotic cigarettes. Most people just have like American Spirit, Marlboro, some basic ones. And so they're duly appreciated. A lot of people are like, oh, that's awesome. Let me trade you, or let me give you something extra nice in return. Some of the guys I ended up speaking with, I ended up being friends with and talking to them later throughout the convention. One of them even went so far as to say, why do you have these cigarettes? You don't smoke. Well, actually, a lot of people said that. But he asked that, and then I said, oh, a VTuber I watch told me to buy them. And he said, oh, okay, who? And I said, oh, it's you might not have heard of her. Her name is Eris Suzukami of Vispo En. And I had I had a keychain of her on my crossbody bag, as I tend to show people who I hate most in the world. And then he said, oh, that's awesome. Let me follow her. And I'm like, oh, are you sure? You don't have to. She just plays like Valorant and Riot games. He goes, no, I want to. You're so awesome for giving me these cigarettes. So he even like pulled out his phone and went on Twitter and like he had me type in her name so he could get it exactly right. And he subscribed to her YouTube channel and followed her on Twitter. I'm like, oh, awesome. And so I went by later throughout the convention. He was volunteering as staff at one of the exhibitor booths, and I saw him and the other guy who was with them, gave them some cigarettes, and they're like, "You're awesome, dude. So you're welcome." Vispo Ian and Eris Suzukami, I'm spreading the good word, trying my best. There's also another guy I met there, and he was just really funny, and he had a good tweet that I think is awesome. He was an Asian guy, like a lot of us there, and his tweet said, "I'm kind of like Yao Ming if he was 5'7". I'm like, holy shit, this guy might be the funniest man I've ever met. But I gave out a lot of cigarettes. It was duly appreciated. I smelled so fucking bad. I reeked of cigarettes, so I had to get my clothes laundered. Otherwise, it was gonna fuck up the rest of my clothes. That was an awesome night. Going to ParkCon's awesome. Going to OffCon is awesome. If you are in the chat, if you are watching this at a future date, and you have the means and ability to, go to OffCon. It's such a great convention. It might be getting close to being too big, to be honest, but I think it's still at that sweet spot. So with that whole preamble, this goes in the S tier. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go pee. You can type "go piss girl." All right, I am back. So relieved. Go piss girl, such a good 7TV emote. All right, let's see. I think we're coming up on a string of really good days. Welcome back. Thank you. So glad to be back. Sorry for clearing my throat. I still have some congestion. Whenever I get sick, I like call my mom to like talk to her. Like, oh, what should I do? I'm so stupid. I'm rapidly approaching middle age and I still don't know how to take care of myself. And then she goes, "You're such an idiot, dumbass. Go." And then she says, "Okay, go to the store, buy these things. Remember, you have this pre-existing health condition. You can't take this. Be careful with that." She's so awesome. I love my mom. She's not gonna watch the VOD though, idiot. Okay, back to Twitter. So yeah, day 33. I wanted to melt this big, stupid, dumb idiot in the mala, but it would poison the fellow patrons of Heidi Lao. The picture, let's see. It is my hotel room, and there is a small pyramid of Modelo cans. This is like the second day of Off-Kai, and I have already gone to the liquor store to buy another dozen cans because I drank like 8 the first day. and I'm sharing cans with friends. So yeah, these are the days where I'm drinking like far more than the Eris Suzukami government mandated 1 can per day. If the person is here and they want to identify their hand in the photo, they're free to do so. I don't want to. I think it's like your place to share it if you would want to. But yeah, there's a hand in the photo belonging to someone. Mod check. Alright, buddy. That's tantamount to saying go for it. So this is a Solon's hand. You may know him as our fucking goat who does incredible art. If you have not seen it already, I feel like everyone has seen it, but they should have seen. Yeah, it's God's hand. It's like Da Vinci's hand. Are you left-handed? I don't remember. So I don't know if this is actually your drawing hand. But this is Solon's hand. Okay, you're right-handed, of course. A family of your ethnicity would never allow a left-handed child. Welcome, Norman. Clipboard. I'm sorry, that peaked. Welcome. We're about in the last third of days. But yeah, Solon, it was the project lead for a very awesome birthday magazine project for Eris, which was abundantly appreciated with gratitude from both her and the fans. I think it's very apparent. So he's an awesome guy. And a great friend to me. I went to this off-kai without my other friend, who does not live in the area, is not interested in VTubers, so that's not his fault. Solon was so gracious to allow me to hang out with him, no matter how obnoxious I am. And I'm like very self-aware. I think I'm obnoxious. Hello, Fancy. Welcome to the chat. L friend. Yeah, I wonder who the fuck that is. And this is the picture at Heidi Lau. It's also a good picture. It's a good caption. Obviously, this is going to be an S tier day. I'm about 1.5 Modelos in. I want to finish probably about 4 or 5 before I end. So I'll probably drink like 3 more beers in the next hour or so. Quick story. Yeah, Heidi Lau. Quick story about going to Heidi Lau. So, right, this is a very well-known international chain from China of hot pot and malatang, where apparently everyone who fucking works at the stores is Chinese or of Chinese descent, and they speak Mandarin. So it was very hard scheduling the reservation because this was organized with other Vispo fans, not just Vispo EN, but people who might be primarily Vispo JP watchers. So getting the numbers finalized was kind of hard. I'm not the best organizer, let's be honest. But then the online reservation system only goes up to 8 people. What do you know? We were supposed to have 10. I call the store. Ryan from Heidi Lau, Cupertino, I'm calling you the fuck out. You did not provide great customer service. It was good, but it wasn't great. Because I had to say it like 5 or 6 times before he understood that I wanted to increase our reservation number to this amount at this time. It worked out in the end. Some people actually couldn't go, but our table could only accommodate 9. But it was a great dinner. It's so much fun just talking to other Vispo fans in the flesh where I live. I think I know like one guy in the area who is a Vispo fan, but I don't really know him. I just know he lives in the area. But great dinner. Of course, Mr. Solon was there. And many other people who, some of which they've said they're just lurkers, which is also awesome. So, like I said, day 33, obviously going in the S tier. Just another great day. And a string of really good days. Day 34. This would be Saturday night of off-kai. Someone legitimately asked if I was the guy who keeps dunking Eris in Modelo. The picture is outside the convention center after the convention has ended for the day. This happens very frequently if you've never been to off-kai. People just like have fucking concerts like this on the walls or in the vicinity. Everywhere. It's fucking awesome. This is Yuki. Also, shout out to This Is Yuki. This guy's also the fucking GOAT. This is our amazing staff member from Offkai who helped organize the whole Vispo fan meetup on Sunday. This guy's fucking great. It's very unfortunate he was swamped with work, so he couldn't attend our meetup. Wait, maybe I think I have it wrong. I'm sorry. This is the wrong Yuki. I'm sorry. There is another person named Yuki because this is such a common name that he was doing that. But you're also awesome, Yuki, and I know who you are, and you're in the chat all the time. No, they're different people. I got it wrong entirely. Fancy. Did I go to ParkCon? I did go to ParkCon. I was talking about it for a little bit. That was this day. And I came back. I smelled like cigarettes. I gave cigarettes out, and I got someone to subscribe to Eris. So it was pretty great. Just off the top of my head, there is Yuki, the Tobidachi, Yuki, the Offkai staff member, who's also a big Vispo fan. And then there was someone in the chat earlier today and the other day who I played StarCraft with maybe 10 years ago, who also goes by Yuki. So it's just a very common name. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a pretty good promoter, I think, or at least I'm a big advocate for everyone. I don't want to put other people down. I don't want other people to hear about bad things about others. If you want to learn about bad things about someone, you should experience it yourself instead of forming your opinions secondhand. So a little bit more backstory to this. I dragged So onto this. He's such a trooper for hanging out with me during this concert because it was supposed to be like emo pop punk early 2000 songs, which are, as someone of my advanced age, my fucking favorite. And there's a VTuber who I really like, not pictured, named Eva Ananova. Who, yeah, we had to wait a long time until the person who I'm a big fan of, Eva, came on. And every single song, in the same way, every time Eris does karaoke, I say, oh, Get Low must be the next song. Oh, it's coming up. I feel it. I kept going, oh, it's going to be Welcome to the Black Parade. I know it. Black Parade's coming up. They never sang Black Parade for as long as we were there. That's fine. I can handle it. They sang a lot of, like, My Chemical Romance. I think someone did 3 Days Grace. So it is fun, especially if you are musically inclined or someone who really values that in VTubers you watch. There are so many talented VTubers now at singing. You just have your pick of the litter. I'm not honestly someone who like really cares that much about whether they can sing well or not. It's just like a nice plus. And if they sing a song I know, it's even better. And so this person, B-Boy, so he is someone who attended our dinner, and he was just a really nice guy. Fun to hang around. He knows Vispo Ball. He's not just like, oh, I've heard of them. He had a fucking happy of a JP member. But when we met at the dinner, he did ask, hey, are you the guy who keeps dunking Eris in Modelo? And I said, oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I keep seeing it on Twitter, but, like, I don't really know what the context is. And I had to break it to him and say, oh, well, there is no context. But great guy. Hope to see him again next year at Offkai and hang out with him some more. Like, pretty much every Vispo fan I met this year. So this is going in the S tier. S tier, I'm afraid it was another good day. There was something I missed. Day 33. So this is also the day that, thank you to Sowon for getting the tickets, and I paid him for it anyway. But Sowon was able to get me and a friend of his tickets to the Hime Hina concert. I don't have the shirt on. I looked down like I did. Lifetime is bubbling. I don't know Hime Hina Ball. I know a couple songs. I know they are legends in the VTubing sphere. Why are all the ones not focusing on Eris S tier? Like, this one is about Eva and the other ones are Naren. I'm not even at like day 42, so hold your horses, but it's just like, I'll ask me again later. Ask me again later. Ask me when I'm done with all of them. So we went to the Hime Hina concert, and I consider Hime Hina cornerstones of like modern VTubing. Like, they're past the era of Kizuna Ai and like Kaguya Luna, but they are VTubers who, they do their own thing, they stick to it, they found success. Not everyone can say that. It's so easy to not find success initially and to pivot, to change course, to audible. They've stuck with it. They're fucking legends. They're also under Brave Group. Like Vispo, so maybe leveraging that connection and good relationship, Vispo, EN, or maybe even Vispo JP will be at Offkai next year. Here is to hoping. But it was a great concert. Speaking to Soan, who is a infinitely larger Hime Hina fan than me, speaking to other people who are also Hime Hina fans, they said it was fucking awesome. I think the set list was good. Some songs I think are goofy, and I think that's just me looking at Japanese music and thinking, why are they using English words with no context? That's my fault. We even know someone who came from Canada to go to the concert and then immediately fly back to Canada. They're a fellow Vispo fan. I'm not going to say who they are, but that's what they did. And they just fucking jetted out of there. They wanted to see Hime Hina, they saw an awesome concert, and then they went home. That's awesome. That was also on this day, and it was quite an eventful day. Doing that, chilling out for a little bit, getting dinner, drinking way too much beer. I don't think this is on the tier list. I don't know. Posed you up with Kuya and no one knew you. Sob emoji. It is Eris Suzukami. It's hard to see her. Next to a Modelo, next to the Mevia Sigs, next to the Marlboro, in front of Dubstep, who is now a member of Easy Genia. I don't know. I'll talk about the alcohol policy in a moment. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't like Dubstep's new model. Even if it's, you know, probably more professionally designed, more professionally rigged. I don't like it. I don't like the color scheme. It's just a different guy. It doesn't evoke the same feelings as the past. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he was able to find a VTuber agency that under which he can, you know, be employed or whatever. But it's just like not aesthetically palatable for my sensibilities. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. The alcohol policy. Let me just quote it word for word. All right. Outside alcohol and illegal drugs are prohibited in event spaces. If you are visibly intoxicated, you will be asked to leave. Alcohol is permitted only in private spaces such as hotel rooms. Obviously, this was not well enforced. I'm not like the only person who's breaking this rule. There were multiple days where I just like had a can in my, or not days, but like times I had to go through the security at the front, where I just had a can or bottle of alcohol and walked through, or I had cans in my backpack and walked through and like didn't set off the detectors. I don't know. You probably shouldn't do that if people who, thank goodness, the Yuki here is not the same Yuki as a staff member. Don't do that. I'm virtue signaling. Don't bring in alcohol. But I did anyway, and no one really seemed to care. I even like posed this photo, and it took me like a minute or two. And again, no one like, no staff did anything. I probably should have been reprimanded by staff, obviously, because I broke the code of conduct. In my party of people going around the convention, I was not the one reprimanded. It's not my story to tell, but I wasn't. I'm a clean person. Sorry. Oh, also, this is a charm I got from Offguy. I don't know if Eris has seen it, but this was sold by an artist named Takida at booth B5, if I got their name wrong, and it's pretty great. Oops. It has Eris, has a Tobidachi, and then you can spin it, and it just has another face. But it's a really cute keychain. I think Eris actually has merch for her birthday that's kind of similar. But it's really cute, and I bought like 2 or 3. All right, moving on. Day 35. This is the last day of Offkai. I had 6 cans in my fridge, and I needed to finish them off this day. Gonna be real. I mean, there are things in this day that made it great and fantastic. This is the Sunday. We had the Vispo meetup that Yuki staff member organized for us. That was great. It was a little scuffed, but not everything can be perfect. So I just drank beers all day. I saw the Yano Kuromu cosplayer, and she let me take a picture. That was awesome. Her cosplay was incredible. I saw the Eris Suzukami cosplayer. She was cosplaying Nurse Alice from the Grand Theft Auto roleplay server from earlier this year. Or last year? I don't remember when it was. Doesn't matter. I did not get to ask her for a picture. I saw her in passing, and I thought I would see her again throughout the day or at the meetup. I wanted to have her pose with cigarettes and a Modelo can. If she came to the meetup, obviously she did not. I'm an idiot. I should have asked her. It would have been such a great photo. I know someone asked or told her that we were having a fan meetup. Unfortunately, that did not matriculate. Even the Kuromu cosplayer, I saw her while we were walking to the fan meetup. There is a mix-up with the closing schedule for certain pavilions of the convention, and she was told that she had to turn away, and unfortunately wasn't able to join us. So whatever, next year it'll be better. I promise, I guarantee it. Have I ever gotten sick from drinking Modelo every day? No, I haven't. I have for someone my size, and like I'm not a very large person. I'm on the smaller side. I'm pretty skinny. I have a relatively high tolerance, and I drink a lot of beer, so it gets built up. And I also I just know my limits. I make sure to eat a lot of binding foods like carbohydrates, or I drink a lot of water, so I don't really run into that problem. So one can attest to this because I was drinking like a lot of beer. Sick of the taste. Modelo's pretty good. It's like 6 out of 10 beer. It's nice and crisp compared to a lot of other lager style beers like this. I don't think it's particularly... It doesn't hit a point, in my opinion. Like, it takes a long time for it to, after it gets warm, for me to think, oh, this tastes like bread. Other beers like Bud Light, Coors Light, fucking... Michelob doesn't even taste like bread. It just tastes like water. They taste bad. Modelo's pretty crisp. I quite enjoy just drinking it. I can drink a lot of it without feeling the effects. It's not my favorite beer. My favorite beers are things like stouts and porters. I have a I have a sour beer I buy pretty frequently that I enjoy, but I can only drink like 1 or 2 of them before I feel tipsy. Modelo is like honestly a pretty solid beer. It ranks highly in my I can just drink this and not be upset. Or if I went somewhere, I wouldn't mind. I don't think Japanese beer is good. I think it's like fake shit. I think it's better than Korean beer, but I don't think it's good. I think it's just like Batchest Japan. But whatever. I need to finish this beer. I've been nursing it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Did you just like go through the 7 TV emotes I set up? This one's really good, Modelo time. I didn't know it existed. I had to add a couple of them on my own. Like, I think this one? Golds. Isn't there another one? Got this one. I used to carry reds on me. I don't know why. I ended up giving them to a friend at a wedding though. Okay, so day 35. Last day of off-kai, saying bye to friends. I got dinner that day actually with one of my best friends who happens to live in that area. So it's great seeing him. Doesn't really relate to Modelo, or he hates anime and anime adjacent things. Fan meetup was good. Could have been better. Not anyone's fault. If anything, it's my fault. I needed to be more proactive. Honestly, it's definitely like my fault. So day 35, we're putting it in B. Yeah, B is fine. B is fine. This is my off-kai merch that I purchased or was given. Obviously, this Mari Mari _CN shirt's like fucking awesome. It's so funny. Pretty much everything in this, about half, is Vispo related. This is from Nullery. I also have this. This is the coaster from the Vispo rally, the Maid rally. It's very cute and it's quite a nice coaster. It fits my tea mug. Stuff from Nullery, Takeda, Calico Market. Nullery. Obviously, we gotta rep Sowan. This is his merch. He was not a vendor or artist at Off-kai, but he was selling merchandise to individuals who are interested, and it's very good. I don't have it set up anywhere because I don't know if you saw, I have like fuck ass wireframe shelving in the back because the shelves I bought, I'm still waiting on. But it will get better eventually. New C, BB, a lot of good stuff. John Boz merch, never. I'm a fucking idiot, so you don't want it. Got the awesome Northern Lion stickers that took forever. Yeah, if, I say if, please feel free to reach out to me to get stuff for you next Off-kai. I don't mind doing it. All you have to do is pay me back for shipping and the actual merchandise. And then also I'm like an idiot and I make it so if someone has the prerogative to rip me off, so be it. I just want to get Vispo merchandise into the hands of fans. So I'll probably end up saying something like, oh, the merch was like $40 with shipping, where really you should be paying me like $60 or something. Nah, I'm virtue signaling. I'm trying to show I'm a good guy. A lot of good stuff here. Another Vispo fan gave me this Remia Bobble pin. Just unprompted. He said, hey, thank you for, organizing some stuff and getting some of us together. Such an awesome guy, such a nice guy. I really hope to see him again. Mr. Potofu, who you may have heard of, he got me this Eva Ananova card. So many of these things are just from nice people who went out of their way to help accommodate me. I got this keychain from the person who was running a panel that was called Unsolicited Becomes Solicited. We are rating dick pics. That was an awesome panel. I highly encourage people to check out this panel again if they do it again. It was fucking awesome. I got the guy B-Boy to go with me. He had a great time. I wish I had gone to more panels this off-kai. I kind of felt like I spent more time walking around and talking with people, which is fun in its own right, but I really enjoy hearing a panel which is curated, it is concise, people speaking about their interests at large. Passionate people are always interesting to listen to. I don't care what you're talking about, for the most part. For the most part. I got a lot of awesome merch. I don't know where I'm going to put it all, but, you know, hopefully I can make space. Potofu gave you a Narin card from last year. I think I got a Jira and an Arya card from last year. I don't think I got anyone else, unfortunately. I wasn't actively trying to look for the cards though. I don't really care. I went there, I have my memories, I have some pictures, but it was pretty cool. All right. Day 36. This freeloader pictured in front of definitely a Modelo beer. Unfortunately, it wasn't left behind, but I had such a great time at off-kai, I won't let it get me down. I feel like if you're someone who travels a lot coast to coast in the United States, you can probably identify exactly where this is, or you can identify the restaurant. This is at the Bobby's Burgers in the Atlanta airport, which is the Delta Airlines hub in the United States. I know someone from Atlanta and they're always like, oh, it has like the most something, like it has the most square footage or it has the most gates or terminals. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but it's a big airport. I always go by Bobby's Burgers because there used to be one by my college, and I would go with my friends and I would get this exact burger, the brunch burger. It kind of doesn't look good. It's very good. I love this fucking burger. Get the jalapeno sauce. I put it on the burger. It's fantastic. This beer, I had a Modelo this day because when I got home, I had one in my fridge that I drank later. But obviously, this isn't Modelo. This looks like a cider or something. What beer was it? This was an IPA, I believe. I think this may have been like Heavy Seas or something, or Dogfish Head. It was fine. It wasn't Modelo. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking fraud. But it was good. And I got home safely from off-kai. This was my travel day. So because I'm from the East Coast, and the airline I prefer to use, which is Delta, they don't do direct flights near me. I always have to do a connection through either Atlanta or like Minneapolis, St. Paul. So likewise on the way back, it's 2 flights. Really easy travel for me, no issues. The flights were good, no delays, thank God. Last year I had my flight canceled on the way home. And I do this thing where I get to the convention day 0. So that would be Thursday before it actually starts. You can pick up your badge. Badge times this year were extremely long. Last year, I picked up my badge at off-kai in about a minute. There was no line on day 0. This year at off-kai on day 0, the line was maybe 30 minutes long. I think Sowon was in line on day 1 for like at least an hour. And the badge lines stretched around the building, basically. It was really bad. So I encourage you, if you go to off-kai next year, get there on Thursday. Get your badge early. You do not want to get it on day 1. You will miss... You won't get into the artist and merch room immediately. You will be stuck. And then what I was talking about I do the extra day where I stay in my hotel 1 night extra. So I also book my room past Sunday night so that I can not have to worry about the scramble of getting to the airport, getting my flight, not having a place to store my bags, most importantly, while the convention is still going on because checkout time's like 11 a.m. It's such... It saves such a huge headache. So I highly recommend anyone going to conventions in general and booking hotels, stay the extra day if it's within your means. If it's not, you know, do what's right for you. Today, this is just a travel day. Not very fun, not very eventful. So day 36 will go into the... I mean, it's a chore, no matter how I look at it. I think I missed a post. What? July 7. Okay, so the day I showed this one, which I think looks great, I also uploaded a video. It was untagged because I guess this was by committee. I asked someone and said, do you think this is too vulgar? And it's a joke to post on the tag, but that was this video. This isn't my pants. I actually don't own any pair. Or I own a couple pairs with zippers, but most of them are button flies. But this is just a bag with a zipper on it. Not on the tier list either, but I think it's a really funny video. And it's untagged. And also it got more like likes and views than the tagged post. Whatever. It's funny. I think it's good. That was on July 7th. Okay. Back to it. If it was your pants, then there would have been a giant shadow. Either that or you pissed like a rainbow curve. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Norman. If you are a female... or you would just otherwise not want to hear, cover your ears. You're being very generous, Norman. Very generous. Won't say anything else about that. Day 37. Finally back home. Past me was gracious and left exactly one can in the fridge. I actually had two because I drank one the night before, but... Here's almost all my Eris merch from Offkai. Some pre-orders didn't make it in time. So like I said again, I got the keychain I had shown off. There is another keychain. This is a wedgie keychain. This one is from BB, who is a general VTuber artist, but she had V-Spell merch. I have it on my phone. Let me show it. Here we go. This is my Eris chain. I have a Mari Mari. This one's actually from last year, and it's a little better quality. Same person. And this is my Northern Lion. It's because I wasn't in front of the mic, and also I keep fucking hitting it when I go to show shit. So those are those pieces. Takida, BB. If you want to look up these artists, I highly recommend it. These prints... you might recognize. These are from Soban. They are postcards. I'm an idiot. I forgot to have him sign them despite hanging out for like all weekend. That's my fault. If Aya is here, if Jelly is listening in the future, that's my fault. I'm so sorry. And then this print, this postcard, this is from Calico Market. Or Calico Milk Tea. I keep saying their name wrong. I don't... Sometimes these artists, they like have a name for their artist name, their vendor name, on like the Offkai official Artist Alley website. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And then I write it in my phone. And I go to their Twitter, and then, of course, and you're no different now, Someone, and you're in the chat. Of course, they have a different name they go by under their VTuber moniker. So if you search Calico Milk Tea, you might not find the person who sold this. That's my fault. I'm sorry. They might have a different name when they're a VTuber. Well, you know, my bad. But they sold this one. They had some, let me go back. Open, new tab. So, Calico Milk Tea also sold this Rico charm. Is fantastic. It's a nice rounded and beveled acrylic. It is glitter inlaid. So this is a great charm. This is from Mochi Do Tree or something. Just call one 3-face. It's pretty good. The weenie ones. And then this artist, Calico Milk Tea, they also sold they had other V-Spell merch from last year. I had already purchased it. They had a postcard, a couple different postcards. I think they had maybe a Polaroid for Rico, and they had a sticker sheet, which, again, I had purchased last year already. But they have great stuff. I really like them. They do mixed media art. So you can see this one, the Mari Mari. It is an actual Polaroid photo taken. And then this is like printed or inlaid on top of it. So that's great. Sorry to go off on a tangent like that. So that's, I'm losing track. Day 37. So day 37 is I got back home really late at night. I got back at like 1:30 a.m. Went to bed, woke up the next day. I'm like, I'll just eat fucking nutrient slop, and I didn't really actually do anything all day. I love being home. I wish my cats were a little bit more like needy when I got home. They didn't really seem to care. I'm gonna put it in D, unfortunately. They just like didn't care. They don't gaff. All right, we're moving on. Day 38. Okay, this day pisses me off. I gotta count your fucking days, Eris Suzukami, who I don't think is here anymore, but whatever. Maybe she'll watch the VOD, or maybe someone will tell her. Where are we? I got a cross-reference. July 30. Here it is. There are no more videos. Fuck that. Okay. Day 38. I bought the 18 pack. I'd only been buying 12 packs. I need a verb, excuse me. I had only been buying 12 packs of Modelo because times are tough. I don't want to like buy more beer than I need. I bought the 18 pack this time because bear in mind, it's been a month and a week. I have no confidence official schedules will be returning anytime soon. And I have my Eris standees in it again. I don't know if you can check it like on the I don't know if you can check it online. Let me check it via my profile on my phone. I don't even think Eris saw this, because you can see who liked it. That's not the perfect metric, but she did not like it, so I don't think she saw this. But I bought the 18 pack, right? I spent like $30. And you will receive an invoice. Same day. This is after I have posted, by the way. 9:40 p.m. my time, this was posted. 12:30 a.m. So this was posted 21 hours previously. New schedule alert, full schedule in the replies. Eris is so back. She came back with her fucking schedules, which did not take effect until the Monday, which is a caveat. So in the same way, like, I kept moving the goalposts. If you move the goalposts once or twice, who cares if you move them a third time? I just bought the 18-pack of Modelo. Fuck you. I'm moving the goalposts again and continuing the challenge until Monday, when the schedule comes into effect. I think she liked this reply. So she definitely knows that she fucked me over. And like I was saying with like the sponsored kegger party, if this week also did not have a schedule, we would have been at 49 days. 49 days, which is 1 day away from day 50, where she would have been forced to Venmo me money so I can buy a kegger basically and just like drink it myself. Or maybe I could invite some friends over. I don't know if she actually like planned it to stop the 50 days of no schedule, but whatever. Also, like, Jira hasn't had an updated schedule in 9 months, but whatever, I digress. So, day 38, where is it going? It is going into the B tier. It's funny because I bought the 18-pack and then she's like, oh, actually, schedules are back, surprise, dumbass. I don't know. And VTuber, I don't know. VSpo's not that strict about their schedules. They are nice because I legitimately will plan like what I'm gonna do on certain days based on the schedules. It's a nicety. It is respectful to the fans, which don't tell the VTubers this, but like they're nothing without the fans. I'm like looking over my shoulder, checking that no one's behind me. You know, be respectful to the fans. Try to make sure that they have as easy of a time to attend your fucking content as possible, because otherwise, you know, your numbers don't go up. Their enjoyment does not go up. You know, it is kind of annoying when it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna go see my nephew today, and then it's like, oh, there's a stream. My nephew's gonna be here on this earth longer than I am, so I can see him whenever. So I gotta go to the stream. But you know, whatever. Who cares? Who cares about schedules? Day 39. I'd like to extend a rare thank you to Eris Suzukami. I wouldn't have survived Offkai without conditioning and preparing with the officially sanctioned Eris Suzukami Modelo challenge. Obviously, this isn't a true statement. She did not officially sanction it. I don't think she's ever, until recently, acknowledged that there is a Modelo challenge happening. I really would have loved if at least one other VSpo fan had posted under the Modelo for Eris tag. I saw someone post a Modelo, but to jelly, so it wasn't right. Or someone posted a Modelo, a Japanese fan of all people, but it wasn't under the tag. Like, I don't care if it like catches on. I don't care if other people really do it. I just think it would be funny if more people did. I did end up drinking throughout the course of Offkai. I bought 24 Modelo. I gave out 6 of them. I had 2 beers with that dinner. I had a beer with that lunch. I think I had somewhere in the vicinity of like 21 beers over the course of Offkai and assorted other drinks. I wouldn't be surprised if like I would have had a harder time or definitely like felt drunk during Offkai if I hadn't been drinking so much Modelo beforehand. I think the final number, like we're 3 days away, I think the final number of beers I had, or specifically Modelo, was like 60, 65 maybe. So this is not a particularly eventful day, to be frank. So day 39. I'm just posting it. There's only a couple days left in the challenge. I am kind of pissed. Sorry. Okay. Day 40. All carb dinner for an early morning Peloton ride. I've received news. This is the third to last day of the challenge. I will continue my watch to the very end. Yeah, so Eris had posted the schedule like the day before when I'd already made my Modelo post, so this is like the next calendar day for me. What day was the 31st? Day of the week. It was a Friday, so yeah, I ended up riding the Peloton that morning, I believe. The day after. I think it's a funny picture. Having beers in the bowl with the chopsticks too. I think it's a good composition. Not like an eventful day. Kind of sad. Third to last day. Brother's still asking about the chaladas. It's gonna fall into the C tier. Just nothing. Not a whole lot going. Okay. Day 41, had fun at Otakon with friends. I can't believe there's only one day left in the challenge. This is a Modelo at a restaurant in Washington, D.C. because I went to Otakon, which is the Washington, D.C. / Maryland, Virginia area anime convention that is quite large. It's very big, actually. We only went for a day, me and 3 other friends. I guess I forget how niche VTubing is. So Offkai this year, I believe the statistic was it had about 9,000 attendees, which is up 2,300 from last year, which was 6,700, I believe. Or maybe it was 6,900 last year. Either way, it was up considerably, even though the venue space felt like less because it was shared with a CrossFit convention event. Otakon had attendance 2026. All right, Otakon had 47,000 attendance on paper, so it was probably like lower, probably closer to like 45. Regardless, Otakon is a real anime convention. It's way smaller than AX, which is realistically too big. So Otakon is like, it's a big anime convention. Me and my friends walked around the artist room and the dealer's room, which is more equivalent to the exhibitors hall for Offkai. So many people. So many people. I felt crowded and trapped everywhere I went. At Offkai, and I think this is kudos to the Offkai staff because they do a fantastic job. They know that artists are the lifeblood of the VTubing community because let's be fucking real. We don't want to wait for official merchandise. It costs too much. It's always pre-order. It's always made to order. It takes forever to get. And the quality's not always great. I'm looking at Vispo EN first year merchandise. Offkai was fantastic. I could walk from the front of one booth. So they're selling stuff here. There's the walkway. This is another booth. They face this way. And not run into people. Or like it's just there's enough space. Everyone can maneuver. A couple rows maybe are a little more narrow than others. But otherwise it's great. There's enough space in the backs of the booths where the actual artists are sitting to organize their merchandise, to have enough elbow room. Like, Offkai does a fantastic job of this. It is so good. It is the gold standard for the anime conventions I attend. Otakon was so crowded. I could not walk down any rows without having to stop in place to wait for people to move. People are constantly forming swarms rather than lines to approach artists, approach dealers, to buy things. And the amount of square footage space that you have to walk is probably in the vicinity of like 20 times larger, at least. It was so big. I think compared to my friends who I went with, I'm a little bit more cardiovascularly fit because I ride the Peloton, several days a week. But it's not just a matter of your heart and your vascular strength. It is a matter of will my feet make it? And my feet were hurting a little bit. We had to stop and take breaks. It was too much at Otakon, combined with the congestion and the amount of crowds. I think Otakon's a great convention, though. I think it's awesome that we have a convention like that in our area that we can attend its premiere. Like, look at this fucking badge. It was sponsored by Final Fantasy XIV. I had to get Monk. I don't mind. I used to play Monk. I would have much preferred if I could have gotten Astro, which is the job I used to play before I quit. But the badge is awesome. They had staff there. They had some awesome Japanese voice actors there. Sorry, not Japanese voice actors. I just like don't gaff. But it's great. I had a great time. They have a fairly good amount of VTuber merchandise from both vendors who are just selling, marked up stuff. But sometimes if it's a figure or a good you can't buy anymore, it's worth it. There are people who were in front of me who were saying, oh, well, you can buy this for like $100 cheaper on AmiAmi. That's not the fucking point. You're at the convention for the convention vibes. You are there to breathe in the sweat, the carbon dioxide of the fellow con goers, to hope you can find a needle in a haystack at every fuck-ass dealer's booth you go to, where they have the stupid fucking $40 figures of every shonen protagonist you can imagine, with the fake-ass colors. Oh, blue hair Goku, blue hair Naruto. Hoping you can find the $200 figure of, I don't know, Azusa from K-On! That went out of print in 2011 that's marked up to $300, but because you can't find it anywhere else. I'm making this story up. I did not find the figure I'm looking for. I never find it. But that's the joy of walking around the rooms and at anime conventions. Artist Alley is a bit different. They have actually good stuff. These are people who are making topical, relevant merchandise. I bought some things there. Went to one booth. It was kind of annoying. There were like some young girls in front of me just chatting, and then chatting with the artist saying, oh, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll definitely buy something for like 5 minutes. Legitimately 5 minutes. I didn't buy anything. And then they finally left. And then to the person, and I had on like a lot of Mari_en stuff. She went, oh, can I guess you want the Mari_en keychain? Said, oh yeah, how'd you know? And she went, you're in luck. It's the last one. So that's like my story of Otakon. I also got an awesome picture at Otakon. My friend took it where I posed with my Mari_en plush in front of the Chinatown gate in DC. It's a good photo. But I love hanging out with my friends, going to anime conventions, chit-chatting with them, having food. It's always fun. One of my favorite things. Honest to God. And this is the second to last day of the tier list. So this is a damn good day. I didn't get, everything I wanted. It wasn't like the greatest day ever, but it was a really good day. All right, finally, we've made it to day 42 of the tier list. Spent a lot of yapping about nothing. I've gotten upset about nothing. I've only had 3 beers. I need to I'll drink another one. Let me just finish this one. Still drinking. I have a couple sips left of this beer. But just belabor it. Day 42. Today marks the end of the Eris Suzukami Modelo challenge. Thank you all for supporting the challenge, and welcome back, Eris, and her schedule. Otsu Modelo. There's like a small story to this picture. I had purchased these popsicle molds like maybe a week before I made this post. And someone else had said, oh, you should make a popsicle. And then immediately I went and I grabbed my molds to show them. I actually had another popsicle. It's kind of hard to tell because, well, obviously you only see one. But there was one here, as my Fujita Kotane cursor is showing. The keychain I use, I don't have it on me. It's in my bag. I'm not gonna go grab it. It was too wide, so I wasn't able to pull out the mold, and then it just got crushed. But I was able to make this one with the Takido keychain. It came out nicely. The popsicle tasted like ass, man. It is not good. Luckily, I had another beer with me. I'll be right back. Let me think about it while I go piss again. Sorry. Thanks for waiting. I really wish both popsicles would have come out as designed. Unfortunately, they didn't. But this one came out pretty cute. I had to use a little bit of water to like get the design to show through for the picture. It was just completely iced over with beer. I'm like adjusting my socks. You can't tell. I'm not doing anything untoward under the table. Okay. No notification. Alright, that was the last day of the challenge. What day was that exactly? August 2nd. It's exactly 2 weeks ago. Nothing special happened that day. I do think the post is good and funny. I'm very grateful to the people. So Wasureta, Christ, Mesa, Nakane, Stugi, Amole Tasso, Aya. I don't know who this is actually. And After for, you know, just commenting on it because it's funny. Who are just, you know, they're fans of Respo, of Eris, and they all just want to, you know, have good fun. So if I was going to pick a day, what would I pick? It's not very likely I will Up to Modelo. Thank you, Eris, Suzukami. It's not very likely I will deliberate too much. I think we will send this into the... It's the closing of a chapter, at least. Maybe until the next hiatus. But actually, I have some bonus pictures. Because of course I do. Okay. Sorry. Do that one last. Okay. This is the one I have of Naren with the orange juice. I'm gonna put this one in the S tier. These are my last pictures. Like, there literally are no more photos after this. The Heidi Lau is funny, so I'm gonna put... It's the same day as Another Day. I'm just putting it in B tier. I think it's funny. The one with Kuya can go in Damn Good Day. Like... Someone did ask me, like, about the security. Because, like, literally holding the beer like this, I walked through the security checkpoint at Offkai. I'm introverted, but when it comes to interacting with staff or like service staff, I'm fairly gregarious. So I always make eye contact. I say, hi, how are you? Or I give them like, a subtle nod of the head to say, how are you? Every time I went through the security checkpoints holding my fuck ass Modelo, I nodded or I said hi, and they just did not give a fuck. Not even just the off-Kai security. I went into this one panel on like the last day of Off-Kai. It was like a Phase Connect Phase Saga panel. And I went and I sat down and like there were a couple people around me and they're all chatting because they're crazy Phase Connect fans. And then, I opened my backpack and I pulled out a drink during the panel and no one seemed to care, and I offered one to someone next to me. They actually took it. So I had one fewer beer than I wanted. Hello, John. Hello, chat. Hello, Chris. Thank you for coming. Actually, at the Vispo fan meetup, I think I ended up drinking like 2 beers just through that. Yeah, we're almost done. We're so close. Okay. This is the Naren one. This is from when I saw... This is from when I saw the handmaiding. Except for Naren, I lied and I said it was Toy Story 5. She doesn't check. Hello, Halvery. Welcome. Naren doesn't... I wish she checked her tags more, but I don't think she does. And she's a very busy girl, so let's like give her respect. Obviously, this goes to the S tier. I don't really need to explain it. And this is today's picture. I actually had a Modelo today with my dinner. Today's been a really good day. All right, I might move. All right, the pick with Kuya is gonna be... This is going to A tier. Earlier today, I went to the movie theater and I saw The Odyssey in IMAX. And I bought earplugs and it saved my fucking life. I took them out during some scenes where I could feel my chair rumbling, and it was maybe the loudest noise known to fucking man. It was maybe louder than is legally permitted. So these earplugs fucking saved me. It was so handy. And not to spoil it. Also, if you are like an adult, you should know The Odyssey. You should know the main beats of the story. It's not new. It's like 3,000 years old. So you should know The Odyssey. The whole time I'm watching the movie also, I'm thinking about, and this is dating me, the Arthur episode where they reenact The Odyssey. But it was very loud. It's a fantastic movie. I highly recommend people go see it. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing cutting edge in terms of plot or story. Again, this is a 3,000-year-old story nearly. But the cinematography, the technical expertise, the practical effects, they're bleeding edge. I think it's a disservice. I think like when Avatar came out, I think it's a disservice to not have seen it. Not necessarily in IMAX or 3D, just like to have not seen that movie to experience it. I'm willing to say the same about the Odyssey. I think it's that good. It is like, for me, it is a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's not like, I didn't love it, but I thought it was very good. And I think it's a visual feast for the eyes. It is a spectacle. So go see the Odyssey if you haven't seen it. If you can get earplugs, please do. It'll save you. But I went to the movies. Also, I don't know if this is all IMAX theaters. The seats suck ass. They are like circa 2005 movie theater seats. The kind where like you go and sit down and then the seat sits vertically up unless someone's ass is in the seat, and then it'll lower itself. A lot of movie theaters nowadays are like the, you know, they can recline. They have the fuck ass buttons where you can adjust the height and the angle. Not the IMAX seats. They're the fuck ass old. I'm like, you see, I'm wagging my finger. They're the old seats. They suck. There's no leg room. I am not tall. I am short. I'm a short king. And even I had issues with leg room. I have this app on my phone called Run Pee, so I can know when is a good appropriate pee break because I drink a lot of fluids throughout the day because I ride the bike, and there's not enough space to like squeeze by someone. Whereas at the regular seats, like at the AMC theaters where I go, you can walk by pretty comfortably. But for the IMAX, I can't. And god fucking damn it, one of the people in the row, and this is not like, obviously I'm not blaming her. One of the people was mobility disabled, so they actually couldn't move their legs very well to allow me to get up to go pee. It's my fault. I shouldn't have needed to go pee. So it was difficult maneuvering around people. This isn't the movie theater rant stream. Okay. So these are not ordered. Let's just say that. No. You're a moderator. You can say that because you're moderator, but if you weren't a moderator, I would have you banned. Okay, so these aren't ordered. I don't think I'm gonna order it because it's like log n or like n squared to do the operations and comparators. Am I missing any? Oh, what was that question you had earlier, Eggroll, Eric? I think I can go back to it now, but I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry. It's been a fairly long stream, considering I'm not a fucking streamer. I abuse my privileges. I don't think you spell privilege that way. Okay, wait. I was wondering why all the Narin ones are S tier and all the Eris ones aren't. Oh, okay. So you're asking why are the pictures, some of which, by the way, they aren't Narin, or at least I'm protecting her identity. Why are they all ranked highly? Okay. Why do you think that Narin and Eris should coexist in the same tier for starters? Like Narin, the target of my and many are adulation. Why would you dare to spout such an equivalency? First of all, Narin doesn't curse. Eris Suzukami, despite trying not to curse, she curses. Next. Narin doesn't curse because she doesn't know how to use curse words to begin with. She may say them, she doesn't know what the meaning is. She's innocent, so don't get it twisted. I'm gonna go a step further. And this is not a slight against Eris Suzukami. It's just her collaborators. They're often males. Narin doesn't talk to boys. She doesn't curse. And she's also God bless her. And I'm not saying Eris hasn't done this or isn't going to do it. I'm just saying presently. Naren is pursuing higher education, and she's VTubing, and she has other things in her life going on. And she practices filial piety towards her parents, and her appreciation and gratitude towards her fans, the Kuriman, is always well known and articulated. So again, don't be putting them on the same level. Not only that, but Eris Suzukami is so frequently saying, what should I order on Uber Eats? What should I get on DoorDash? What should I get on Postmates? I've never heard those words uttered from Naren Mikure's mouth. She eats... I don't know if she cooks them. I'm going to pretend she does because I think it's funny and it's good for the bit. She eats 3 healthy, nutritious square meals a day. Not only that, she sleeps for 8 hours every day. And they're good hours. If she wore a Samsung watch, her sleep score would be like in the 90s. But like, I don't know, I shouldn't be saying this. We're all God's creatures and in his eyes we're equal or whatever the fuck people believe. So that's why Naren, all the Naren pictures are in the S tier. And well, I mean, it's the Eris Suzukami Modelo Challenge tier list, so not all of the Eris photos are gonna be winners. Okay. On the flip side, all the Naren photos are going to be winners. But also the Naren photos aren't part of the Modelo challenge. She's never heard of Modelo. She's never heard of beer. She's never heard of alcohol. She's never drank a lick of alcohol in her life. She has never experienced that saccharide fucking alcohol benzene carbon ring or whatever the fuck orgochem say. She doesn't poop either. She doesn't. It's kind of crazy. She has 4 scoops, which is double the recommended amount of Metamucil. And she doesn't poop. It's incredible. So thank you for asking, Eggroll Eric, even though you don't watch them. But it's a fairly trenchant observation that I may have subtly been injecting my own bias without realizing it. I don't see anyone like chatting like, oh, I disagree, or I don't see the person in question saying she disagrees, so maybe I'm right until proven wrong. Are you disagreeing so on to be contrarian, or disagreeing because you think I'm incorrect? Ooh, baby, listen to that hiss. You can't let the Modelo time... You're contrarian. I'm also contrarian, as many people know. Cheers, brother. I'll drink to that. When I used to work as a barista, and this is like in 2019, to my coworkers, I would say, hell yeah, brother. You can tell by like my tone of skin, I am Korean. But they were like, you don't say that. Do you actually have the Modelo cheladas in your fridge? I'm not gonna buy them because I like just regular beer, but okay. The guy in North Cal keeps saying you gotta get the cheladas. He's also like Mexican, but I'm definitely not. I don't want to drink those. Okay, so this is the tier list. Let me save it. Save. Export image. Oh no, you're seeing my Gmail account that I used to create this. Let me export. Why don't it just give it to me? Save, download image. Okay, I'll post this after the stream. We've got, let me go to YouTube real quick. Ah, you're seeing, oh, there's a too many snacks video. I might have to watch it. Here's Suzukami. I'm not subscribed still. She said something that I don't agree with, and therefore I can't subscribe. Miss Eris Suzukami, Venerable Vispo EN member. Are you still having your stream at 2 p.m. JST? If you are here. If you're not here, disregard. Which would be in about 14 minutes. I don't think she's here. She might be getting ready for her stream. She might be making the thumbnail, which she hadn't bothered to yet. I thought it'd be funny to VIP everyone except Eris, but I ended up just doing it the other way. Well, there's supposed to be a let's go to Twitter. Eris. Well, I thought she had a tweet that said she's not feeling well or something. Stop replying to tweets. I can't find it. Yeah, okay, well maybe she'll stream. She said I had to manually raid her. And then she was saying that she was scared of how I responded. That was on Thursday. I have no idea what day that was on. I haven't been able to watch her recent streams because she streams at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. my time, and I'm fucking sleeping. Being sick the past week and a half has actually saved my life because it makes me go to bed at like 11 p.m. and get up at 6:37. We can chit chat for a little bit when there's about maybe 5, 6, 7. I was gonna say 6 or 7 minutes until her stream starts. I'll move to the outros. Oh, and whatever. I had an announcement, so I'll do the announcement when there's about 7 minutes left. But thank you everyone who came by and was able to come watch. I know it's not the most entertaining. I know I'm not the funniest person. I know I'm not the I'm not a fucking streamer. I'm just a chatter. I'm just a guy who enjoys watching Vispo. And so my hobbies are talking about it with other people. I'm gonna do like the low tier chat streamer thing and say, oh, if my chat was more interactive, I could have a more interesting stream. That's obviously not true. Like if you're truly talented and interesting, people will flock to you. But I think I'm the kind of person who like in the styles of comedy, it's called riffing, where you go based on what someone else says, and that's what I excel at compared to other types of comedy. I had a joke I told my dad earlier, but I can't say it on stream, but he thought it was pretty good. I'll tell it to Eric later because he'll appreciate it. I don't know. Anyone have any questions or like think that any of the placements are wrong? I know this is like, it's one thing if it's a tier list and it's like, oh, I think that Spider-Man and Marvel Tokon Soul should be in the A tier because Wolverine was in my fantasy last night. Whereas this is like a tier list that's truly exclusively to me. Literally no other motherfuckers posted about Modelo for Eris. Fuck you guys. Literally if one other person would have, it would have been so big. It's fine, don't drink. Where is it? Do I have the emoji VS? Virtue signaling. Don't drink. It's not good for you. I drink because I think I've said it maybe 10 times. I'm an idiot. But also I like beer, so I never mind. Yeah, I mean, all right, Mr. Solon, what does AGA mean? AGA? Is that a 7TV emote I'm missing? All right, let me go to 7TV while I respond to Norman. Norman, you say you don't drink because you don't like bitter stuff. I'm here to tell you, and I'm vice signaling that sometimes and this isn't like supposed to be metaphorical. I'm not like waxing poetically about life. Sometimes things that taste bitter can accentuate and improve the things that are sweet or otherwise not bitter. So like, Modelo's not even bitter, to be honest. Let me add this to my emotes. That way, the next time I never stream, you can see it. Modelo is a crisp beer, so it pairs well with things that are extremely like fried foods. It's really good with fried foods. I'll love. No, yeah, Norman, you would like twisted tea, or you would like a -0, which is the strong zero, like the slightly less alcoholic version. You would like those. I actually traded some of my Japanese cigarettes for a twisted tea with the Mari Mari fans on the last day of Offkai. And then, I mean, I don't smoke. I don't need the cigarettes. I want to get rid of them. So I ended up just giving the packs away. And then, I didn't say who I was, but I guess they figured out who I was and they added me in the Mari Mari Discord server and said, hey, you're a legend. It's twisted tea has tea in it. Oh, strong zero it's not really juice. It's a vodka seltzer. I don't know if it has juice in it. It's fine. I guess, yeah, it's fine. It's nothing special. Okay, there are 7 minutes left, so I'll move on to the announcement. Okay. This is the announcement. I'm sorry. It was a long time coming. You guys probably saw this. My announcement is that effective immediately it's August 16th now in my time zone. I will be graduating from streaming. It's not my end screen. It's not my end screen, Norman. I have an outro. I duly apologize for springing this on all of you, even though like this is the only stream I've ever done. And it's definitely out of the blue. I've been thinking about this for quite a while. It's kind of been like weighing pretty heavily on me, and you know, verbalizing this, speaking it aloud has taken a huge weight off my shoulders. Like I'm not kidding. Yes, I haven't seen him here, but this is for Mesa. This does mean that, you know, also effective immediately. Production of the highly anticipated and requested Ring Fit Adventure ASMR is canceled. I never promised that, for starters, but it is canceled. It's never happening now. Maybe you'll get the Peloton ASMR if I'm feeling zesty, but no. You'll definitely see me like in other people's streams chatting because I'm just a chatter, but I have no intention to ever stream again. I don't like doing this. It's kind of stupid. I don't think it's very funny. It was a bad bit. I spent like a week and a half, 2 weeks preparing for this, making fucked up assets like this, like the cat cam. the map cover, the Peloton cam, the intro screen. I spent like a while making these stupid things, and I don't think it was as funny as I wanted it to be, or I'm not as funny as I hoped I would be. So thank you for your support and understanding. That is my announcement. And I'll go to my actual outro screen now. Has Eris, by the way, has Eris made a waiting room? Eris Suzukami, please, if you are here, please give us a sign. In the same way I beseeched the Ouija board. I don't think she's here. I know when I click the users in the chat, it shows she's here on OBS. I don't know if she is here. Do not just at her in the Twitch chat though. That's annoying. Yeah, it might just always list a way to / Jambaz. Mute. Actually, I used to like my voice so much more, but now I don't. Well, I don't think she's here, but I will do my last little thing. Also, I don't know if anyone caught it. I'm gonna go over it because I made these things, so I'm happy about them and I want to talk about them. Why is the outro BGM fucked up? Okay, the intro screen, if you don't catch it, and this is actually for a lot of things, I use the Weezer Blue from the Blue album, and this is the Weezer font for starting soon. The Be Right Back, this is the... What is it? This is Asia by Steely Dan. It's awesome. Cat Cam isn't anything. The emergency screen that I just pulled up, the one that says Jambaz, the chatter, the stream, that's a reference to Nirvana, the band, the show, which I think is one of the greatest comedy series like for for a long time. It's very, very good. I really think people should watch it. And if you like yaoi, it's really good. I don't think Eris is here, so that's even better because she'll never hear this. So this is actually like semi-serious, but again, she's not gonna hear it, so it doesn't matter. But it is like addressed to her, like I guess anonymously, like when you write a letter and no one reads it. So I think we're all susceptible to the struggles of life, and it's easy to feel helpless when like these struggles can transform into monsters that unfortunately like they're outside of your control. You don't have any influence over them. They happen. You just have to roll with the punches, which is unfortunate to say the least. It is just a struggle that we're all stuck dealing with. You were consigned to deal with it when you were born, but it is part of the human process. I think it's corny. I think it's cliche. I know it's trite. I know it's banal, but sometimes just a little bit of laughter, a little bit of whimsy, some goofiness can be a kernel of hope to help you overcome these difficulties. I know it has helped me in the past. Like, I'm so grateful to have had people to spend time with me, to make me laugh, to make me feel giddy, and overcome like tragedies that befall my own life. Eris, you are a wonderful addition to V-Spell. With your wit and humor, I think a lot of people really enjoy watching your stream because of that. I did not say anything about your gameplay, so don't think that I enjoy that for any modicum of appreciation for the gameplay. Do not think that. The Tobidachi community, so you know, your fans, and the Vispo EN fans at large, because it's one large group, it's one large family. They are fantastic. They are warm, they're friendly. They want to strive to do better because they reflect you. And more than that, they enjoy being together and doing things together, such as the Sozo Blue project, the covers. They have these, and some of you are here, they have these fuck-ass karaoke streams that start at like 4 a.m. my time. They last for like 8 hours. I'm not kidding. I'll see like 10 people in the VC. Someone says live, I mouse over. It's some fuck-ass YouTube video with lyrics and they're singing. And then I wake up at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. on the weekend. They're still going. Because they're so comfortable with the people they're spending the time with, which is fucking incredible. You call yourself the Hope Corps Tonto, which is like, whatever. It's funny. It's silly. But more than Hope Corps, I think you are the virtue of perseverance. I took this stupid Deltarune Undertale quiz the other day about the 7 virtues. I think you've even spoken about them, the virtues and the deadly sins. You're incredibly perseverant. You get beat down twice, you stand up thrice. It's that resilient, it's that never give up nature that I think draws so many people to want to watch you. In many cases, in many games you play by the publisher and developer Riot Games, I would prefer if you'd actually stay down when they beat you down. But it's your stream, it's your journey. I'm just here for the ride to watch as a chatter and as a fan. I hope. Don't do a TFT. She does TFT. It fucking sucks. I hate it. I hope, I pray. I would really find solace if this stupid ass Modelo challenge that no one joined in on, everyone thought was a bad idea, essentially, made you smile, made you laugh, even a little bit. I'm sorry I have ruined your tags on Twitter. I cannot search hashtag Eris Suzukami without a low effort Modelo can of beer post appearing. They suck ass. I'm sorry. But X the Everything app also sucks ass, so it's just par for the course, you know what I'm saying? So thank you again for being you. We are grateful for your return. We are hopeful that it will be for a while, and that nothing else necessitates your attention so heavily as this past month and a half. I can't speak for all the Tobidachi, but I think that it reflects a lot of them that, we're grateful you've come back, and we look forward to, what is it? It's August 2026. I guess the 5 months and a year until I think January 2028 when the 2 years of membership expires and we all die. So where's the camera? Eris Suzukami. Cheers. I will drink to that. Thank you for coming back. I hope you laughed, had a good time this stream. It's never happening again, by the way. Don't ask, don't beg. The answer is no. Ugh. This would be the perfect time to raid into Eris's waiting room if she were live. But she's not. She is not live. I will raid into her free chat. I will link it. I will post her free chat and then we'll raid into her Twitch channel, even though she's not there. In a moment. Norman. How's the wife and kids? Oh, I guess if you guys want to come up with a raid message, you can. I think it should have the unicorn emoji in it somewhere. And maybe a cheers or the beer emoji. How's the wife and kids? Norman, you missed the bit earlier where it was kind of a long bit, and I don't think it was very funny. Like, I don't think anyone laughed. I laughed, so that's what matters. Can you? I have this ring here, if you can see it. So I was wearing it like a wedding ring, and I had on black long gloves like VTubers wear when they do hand cam streams for maybe the first hour and a half of the stream, so that when I took them off, people would say, oh, what's the ring for? It didn't really pan out. I don't think it was that funny. But there is no wife and kids. Obviously not. I think it's funny. Eris even believed for a moment that I may have had a wife and kids. Obviously I don't. Obviously I'm a VTuber chatter. Like, it's my full-time job, so obviously there's no one else in my life other than this cat you see who is sleeping with his head up. Okay. I don't think she's not streaming. We're gonna raid into her anyway. And also, like, I will link her YouTube channel. This is her free chat. Norman, you're here. You can clip. I see in my, like, in one of these things, it says someone clipped something. I don't know why. I'm not a VTuber. I have no, like, company representing me. You're free to clip whatever the fuck you want. If you want to. I don't think it's, like, there's no value in it, but I think you're a funny guy, so you can do whatever. Yeah, she was here at one point when I said she's not even here. But I don't think she said anything since then. So okay, so we're gonna end. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I think it's fun just chatting about stuff like this, like a stupid challenge about anything and everything. Because I enjoy speaking with VSPO fans because they're all... There was one VSPO fan I met in person at Off Guy who I did not enjoy their company, but otherwise, every VSPO fan I met has been fantastic, and I am going to Off-Kai next year, 2027, in April. If you are going, please, please, please reach out to me. I want to hang out. I want to have dinner with you. I want to have lunch with you. I want to drink Modelos with you. Please let me know. I would love to hang out. So thank you again. I will click the outro, and I will hit the raid, and then we'll just see how long that takes. Eris, Suzukami. Also, this outro, no one fucking said it in the chat. It's the album cover Gaucho by Steely Dan. She said Oats and Modelo. Oh. Norton, you're not a weirdo. You're just a normal guy who does amazing work because you're a clipper. Thank you after for saying I make you laugh. About 60% of the time, I think I'm just being annoying. So hearing one person say, "Oh, I think you make me laugh. I think you're funny," it's such a huge confidence boost. That'll last me the rest of the year. How long does it take for the... Oh, does it... Does it raid when I hit the stop streaming button? I don't know. Okay, stop.